Tabo Bester's repatriation flight cost us, the taxpayer, 1.4 million rand, and we don't even know if it is really him or someone else. NSFAS pays more than 5 billion rand to unqualifying students.
Honourable Chairperson, the term accountability is that, of course, I feel totally responsible.
Markus Jooste blames a misplaced passport for not appearing at a German court. What's behind the biggest case of vandalism in Braamfontein Cemetery's history? Thousands of ash walls have been destroyed. Hello, I'm Jane Dutton. This is Eyewitness News. There have been questions over whether Tabo Bester really is Tabo Bester and not someone else. Home Affairs Minister Aaron Matsoaledi has confirmed that Bester has evaded any form of identity registration. He has no ID number and has never been issued with a valid passport. Matsoaledi has told the Parliamentary Committee that while a sample of Bester's DNA was taken ahead of his rape and murder trial in 2011, it was never tested.
So there seems to be some form of special treatment here where we say, well, because there's this circumstantial evidence and that circumstantial evidence, then we'll just take their word for it. Somebody that's already swapped themselves for somebody else.
Matsoaledi said because Bester admitted guilt during his rape trial, his DNA sample was never tested. And there is more. Matsoaledi also revealed that the private charter flight used to return Bester and girlfriend Nandipa Magudumana from Tanzania cost taxpayers 1.4 million rand. 14 officials had to travel to the border with Kenya to repatriate the couple.
They've opted on deportation. And when a person is deported to a country of origin, they are handed only to immigration officials in that country, not any other authorities. And the Tanzanians said they are not prepared to hand over Tabo to police.
The staggering number of students who've scammed NSFAS. The SIU says the National Student Financial Aid Scheme paid more than 5 billion rand to unqualifying students, and that some 40,000 students were incorrectly funded. NSFAS has only managed to recover 38 million from institutions. Both briefed Parliament's finance watchdog Scopa about their investigations. President Cyril Ramaphosa has finally appointed the SABC board after almost 6 months since the previous board's term ended. Ramaphosa had come under heavy criticism from opposition parties for the delay in appointing the board, with some of his cabinet ministers being accused of political interference. Ramaphosa has appointed Katsuchelo Ramakumba as chairperson of the board. Some of the other appointments include Nomvuyiso Baki, who will serve as deputy chairperson, former SABC head of news Patiswa Magopeni, and former member of parliament Magdalene Munsami. The appointment of the board also comes not too long after Parliament received a legal opinion which said Ramaphosa's questioning of the number of candidates shortlisted had no basis in law.
Honourable Chairperson, the term accountability is that, of course, I feel totally responsible.
Where is Markus Jooste? Why did he not pitch up at a German court today? The former Steinhoff CEO was absent from the Oldenburg Regional Court this morning. His lawyer says Jooste is battling to locate his passport and said it's likely it's with South African authorities. The German prosecutor says there's been more than enough time to get his travel documents in order. Jooste faces criminal charges which include 5 counts of accounting fraud between 2011 and 2014, reportedly committed at various subsidiaries of the company. Investigations into these irregularities go back as far as 2015, and these led to criminal charges against Jooste and 2 other former Steinhoff subsidiary directors. Between 4,000 and 5,000 ash walls at Johannesburg's Braamfontein Cemetery have been vandalized in what's been described as the biggest case of vandalism in the cemetery's history. The vandalism includes broken plaques and vandalized niches where the ashes of thousands were laid to rest. Theories behind the vandalism include a mental patient, nyaupe smokers, and an unscrupulous tenderpreneur. Sarah Wellham, founder of Friends of Johannesburg Cemeteries, believes the theory of an unscrupulous builder trying to secure the tender to fix the ash walls is the most plausible.
This is just so bad.
Heather Dorries, whose grandmother was buried at the cemetery, says what happened there is heartbreaking.
This is all that I've got of my grandmother, the boxes. I mean, that's what's left of the box. Why? Why? What's there for them? Why?
A case of malicious damage to property has been opened by the police, but no arrests have been made. A massive humanitarian crisis is looming in Sudan. The United Nations is warning it will soon be unable to assist people in need in rural parts of the country as the fighting continues. The situation in the country has become increasingly volatile since Saturday. At least 200 people have been killed and 1,800 injured as the army and rapid support forces fight for control of key areas in the country.
We have been forced to temporarily halt much of our programming due to the fighting. 10 UN agencies and more than 80 NGOs have been running more than 250 programs in Sudan. We currently have no access into or out of the country, with the borders and the airport remaining closed.
Remember to like and subscribe. You've been watching Eyewitness News. I'm Jane Dutton.
Eyewitness News, in touch, in tune, and independent. For the latest, log on to ewn.co.za or ewn.mobi.